Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today, if you guys are okay with it, I just wanted to talk at the camera, right? Every year I kind of do a channel update looking back at the last year, and for the last 4 or 5 years, you know, I always take like a New Year's trip as kind of a way to end the year and start the year, and I did that this year, hence the, you know, kind of smaller amount of videos, but I think I did a good job at getting you guys some good content. You know, the top 10 lists are always really fun and stuff like that. And so this video, hopefully it won't be too long. I'm hoping for around, 15, 20 minutes. We're pretty much just going to be talking about the channel, some of the behind the scenes kind of things that have been going on in my life in 2023, and that will be happening in 2024, and kind of my plans for the channel for 2024. So I have a couple just bullet points or lists, but I didn't want this to be too scripted. I mainly just wanted to, kind of talk to y'all, talk to whoever is watching this. If you're watching this, first of all, I'm sure we'll do a bunch of thanks at the end, but thank you guys so much. If you care so much about the channel or about me or whatever, or maybe you're just wanting to see when more Peglin or Crab Champion videos are coming out, thank you guys so much for, clicking on this video and being part of this community. The fact that, it's just my ugly old face here in front of a green screen, and, some of you guys are still interested in what I have to say, really means a lot. I've been making YouTube videos on this channel. It's getting close to a decade now. I think some point in this year, it will officially be a decade, beyond the countless years before that. I was trying to make different YouTube channels with my friends, and to actually like have an audience right now is insane, right? If you guys didn't see, we hit 30,000 subscribers here on YouTube before the end of the year. I was kind of suspecting it was going to happen, but when it actually happened, oh my gosh, it was such a good way to end the year. Kind of going on the vacation, I went to Colorado with, a bunch of friends and my girlfriend and everything like that, and just had so much fun partying it up and relaxing. And it's honestly gotten me so excited to make more content, because obviously the whole trip, right, I was still working with my editor and uploading the top 10 videos and stuff, but I haven't streamed in about like 2 weeks as of recording this video, right? We kind of had a 2.5 week period of a break, right, between the streams, and it has got me so excited to just come back, do more streams, play more video games, make more content for you guys. And I suppose that's the point of a vacation, right? Is to kind of refresh, your system. I mean, sometimes, I don't know, there's multiple purposes of vacations, but for me, that's what I love in those New Year's trips. Come back, and 2023 was awesome, right? We grew our channel from the YouTube channel from 22,000 subscribers to 30,000 subscribers. So if you're one of those 8,000 subscribers, that joined us last year, welcome. Obviously, I think it was probably 2022 that we did the collab with Sunday. That obviously we went from like 8K to 16K, so we're growing. And I know I've always talked about it a lot, but I really like the way that we're growing the channel. I mean, obviously, I'd like to blow up and be million billion subscribers, overnight. But I do really like the kind of consistent growth that we have, right? Obviously I'm constantly trying new games, and when there's a cool game that we like and you guys like, we play it for a long period of time. But I know technically the right thing to do, I mean, I'm watching all of these other content creators like end of the year things, and they're all talking about how in 2024 they're going to lower the amount of series that they're doing on the channels, like for Let's Play, YouTubers and stuff like that. They're going to lower the amount of series and just hyper focus on the series that do well to make, their channel grow better. And I know I really should be doing that, but I don't want to. And I know that there's a lot of people that enjoy the variety, and I think that's something I always really like about my channel. Obviously, we play, a lot of roguelikes and, indie games and stuff like that. And so there's some genres that are a little bit more popular on our channel, but I love the variety we do, right? We did a ton of horror game content in 2023. And even though it's not the most popular, I want to continue doing that. And I want to continue kind of expanding what we do on the channel, not saying anything's going away, but I just love experimenting. I love variety. I'm glad and hope that you guys really appreciate kind of the variety on the channel that we do and stuff. But, that's kind of all just a lot of the channel stuff. Obviously 2023 was a big year for me, not only with the channel growing and kind of getting more professional with how I do sponsorships and kind of gearing myself to being able to do this full time, right? We've definitely grown the channel enough where the income that I'm getting from YouTube is definitely combining with all of the, contracting work and stuff that I do. I am making it. But 2023, personally beyond all the channel was really, really huge. Obviously, me and Caitlin got the kitties, Jojo and Ramsey. They've been terrorizing me during the streams, and they are so awesome. We definitely miss them a lot on our vacation to Colorado. We were having Caitlin's friend Becca take pictures and videos of the kitties and stuff, and so I definitely miss them. It's great to be back with them. We can tell they missed us, but obviously they have been a huge responsibility, a good responsibility, I think, in my life. But it's definitely, I know they disrupt the streams and stuff, but that's just how it be. There's kitties, but that, and then also if you didn't see, I posted it on Twitter, and that might have got posted to the Discord or whatever. But while I was on vacation, I may or may not have engaged to my girlfriend. It's going to be pretty soon here, I think 5 years of us dating. So to finally be engaged with someone that makes me super happy is awesome. And so that's some big news. So I no longer have a girlfriend, got a fiance, and keeping me happy. So between the kitties and that, right, a lot of stuff in 2023, and so. I'm really excited about all of that. It's nice to, just kind of be able to make content and kind of know that like everything in my personal life for the most part is like great. I got great friends. I got great family, got a great fiance, got decent kitties, besides when they're going crazy. And so it really makes it easy for me to just hyper focus on content just really have that be my front of mind. Now, that said, I feel like I've said this the last like 2 channel update videos we've done, but I'm trying really, really hard. It has always been my dream to be able to do content creation full time, and we're definitely getting close. But like, I need to still keep doing all of the contracting work that I'm doing on the side. I'm trying to build that, processes and stuff up, but that's always something that, may take my time away from my channel. And so I don't see myself like doing so much of the contracting work. Luckily, I've kind of grown my contracting work so well where I can be a little bit picky with who I work for, right? There's so many people that want me to, do all of the professional stuff I do, whether it's, running entire live productions or running podcasts for people, or, I do a lot. I'm a man of a lot of hats, right? When it comes to video production and stuff like that. And so I'm able to be a little bit more picky, right, with who I actually work for, because there's so many people, for some reason, right? Like right now, like at the end of 2023, I had more people than like the entire year being like, hey, in 2024, I want to start back stuff up. So I'm going to try my best to balance that. Obviously I have to pay my bills and stuff like that, as we grow this channel. But, like I always say, I am so ready to just drop all of that, or, at the very least, like have someone else help out with a lot of that. I already have some editors helping out with like some of the, editing work that comes with some of the contracting stuff. But I want to keep growing the channel. I feel it. I think 2024 is going to be, a really, really good channel, or good year for the channel. I don't know why. I feel like I also say that every time, but you got to be optimistic, right? As long as we keep on growing, even if it's, not the fastest growth, even if we don't blow up and, whatever, it's just so much fun to actually be able to keep on growing, right? That's one of the things that I think, for me at least, is very creatively fulfilling, and it sometimes makes you have an unhealthy relationship with the statistics and the numbers, because I'm not gonna lie, every time I film a video or I start a series and I'm like really passionate about that game or that series, and then it just doesn't do very well for whatever reason, right? Sometimes when you're so focused on those statistics, it can really like take a mental toll on you, like you're just like, damn, what? I thought I thought I was going to do well, especially because I don't know, I have a bad habit of the first thing I do when I wake up, when I know that I'm going to be up, is I just check my phone, right? I'm sure a lot of people do that. You know, I check, you know, the YouTube videos that were scheduled to go out. I see how well they were doing. Before Discord updated their Discord mobile app or whatever, I used to post the videos in the relevant Discords, right? If there was a community like Peglin, you know, there's a Peglin channel to post my videos and stuff. Can't really do that as much with Discord mobile. Please fix Discord mobile. But you know, so it's such a weird thing, right? To start your day like with like something I made is doing really well or really bad, or sometimes it's average, right? And then sometimes it'll be like a Crab Champions video and it'll start off in the first couple hours not doing great, and I'm like stressing out like, oh no, is the series dead? And then like 6 hours later it picks up, right? And so of all the things that I really want to try to do in 2024 with my perspective, and you know, I know a lot of times a lot of these YouTubers are either like retiring going into 2024. I was watching Alexa's channel update just because I was curious how he's been doing. His channel blew up, and I'm super happy for him. Love my boy Alexa. And he was obviously saying that he's trying to pull back a little bit, upload a little bit less videos and stuff. Obviously for him, he's got a full-time job, and so I don't know how he does it, you know. But I don't really have any of that, right? I think we've kind of hit a good stride, right? 2 videos a day, sometimes there's 1 video a day, you know, especially when I'm going, you know, out of town or stuff like that. And so I don't really have anything I'm trying to change with that, but I think a lot of the things that I'm looking to maybe try to approach differently in 2024 is just a couple different things with, you know, like how I'm doing the streams, and kind of how I perceive things like the videos, right? I'm going to try to care a little bit less about the analytics and stuff. I know it's weird because I need to be able to do that, to keep on growing the channels and stuff like that. And so I'm sure I will. I'm sure that's one of the promises that, not promises, but things that are going to be the hardest to give up. But I'm going to keep trying to work on how it makes me like feel. And I think for the most part, I'm better than that, right? I know that there's so many videos. I know that I'm in it here for the long haul. And you know, no matter what, there will be some people that enjoy a series. It's just, it stings sometimes when it's like I think the example I could think of is like the Lethal Company videos. I love those videos. I think playing those and playing with my friends, some of my favorite content I've filmed, you know, of all of 2023. But obviously, that's a game where a lot of people want to play it themselves and experience it themselves. And also, there's everyone and their mother played that game. So it's not like I'm surprised those videos don't do well, you know, and that's just by pure statistics, right? It's like, I know there's people that comment on those videos, they watch those videos, they enjoy them. And I really appreciate those, you guys, you know, on the less popular things, you know, chiming in and being like, I still like this, you know. I know sometimes it can feel weird, but I'm like, nobody's watching this. And you're like, but I watch it, you know. And so that's something, just going to keep trying to tackle that. And also, I think just something that I've noticed, and this is something that I think affects every gaming YouTuber on the planet, is as I get bigger, I'm starting to get, I think, a lot more like backseat gaming and backseat comments. And I think it comes with the territory, especially with games like roguelikes and roguelites, because there's so many like static choices, like, oh, if you had picked this item over this item, or if you had done this combo instead of this combo, maybe you would have won the run or whatever. And there's definitely some validity in honestly most of the comments. But one thing I've noticed that is getting hard for me to like balance mentally for myself is when the comments are really like hateful or just really rude, right? And I'm a big boy. I got some thick skin for the most part, and you know, I know stereotypically, like, just staying transparent, one of the best things you can do, like if you're ever making content or whatever. Like, I worked at a PR company for 2 years. That was my first like big boy real job before I quit and started doing contracting work for myself. I just need to get better at ignoring, you know, some of those comments, right? I think sometimes they really hit home, and then I just like respond and I get in an argument with some commenters or whatever. And for the most part, y'all are awesome, right? I like if you're watching this video, honestly, I'm going to assume that you're one of the people that are probably not leaving, you know, hateful comments and stuff like that. But I definitely think near the end of 2023, I really started to kind of figure out, I mean, 2023 for me was a lot of just like figuring out like my streamer personality. You're just getting more comfortable with me making content and me as a personality. Obviously in 2023, we hadn't even talked about this, but that was when Twitch did the whole change where we can now multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. And so that's changing the landscape. That's been awesome. You know, it's been a lot of the times our streams have double the viewers than it used to be. I know some of those people might be watching on both platforms. So, you know, I definitely have been experiencing more growth, but with that, you know, inherent growth comes just naturally more hateful, you know, comments and super backseaty comments. I just want to like say something. I'm for the most part decently okay with backseating. Like I will maybe sometimes ignore it because I want to discover things for myself, and I'm very stubborn in that way. But it's so like I've seen other content creators talk about it on Twitter, but it's like there's a difference between being like, oh hey, I don't know if you knew this, but in Backpack Hero, this item can actually be reversed, and the shoe hat can be a boot, right? That was actually a comment I got. I didn't know that like the shoe hats could be boots or whatever. If you watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. But whoever told me that in the comments said it very politely, and so I just was like, oh shit, okay. And then in the back of my mind, right, next time I played, I'm able to be like, oh yeah, someone told me this, right? But then there's sometimes, you know, someone will be on a Peglin video and they'll be like, dude, you were I can't even handle this anymore. You are unbelievably horrendous. This decision at blank 5 time codes, you know, have actually actively made me want to like go to a, you know, cat owner, I don't know, a cat store, and I don't even know where I'm going with this, but just people get so angry sometimes. And so I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable with like my streamer personality, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know. And so I definitely am going to be a little bit more full of it. I think when it comes to things like that, I think you guys have probably noticed, especially it's easy with the live, right? When there's live chat and live backseating, I think I've kind of gotten good at that, but I think it's harder when it's like comments on the YouTube videos, and I don't know why. But I do think I'm going to continue to try to be full of it with some of those things, you know, and just doing that, like I said, with the kind of streamer persona or whatever. I just want to keep doing a bunch of fun stuff like that, right? I love trying to grow beyond just like playing video games, right? Like I love all of the games we're playing. That will probably never go away. But I just love 2023 was a big year of us kind of like pushing our limits with that, right? We had the really long subathon. We had some really fun stream events like the SpongeBob stream, event. You know, the Sonic Cursed fan fiction, and stuff like that. And so, you know, I want to just do more fun stuff, maybe do an ASMR, TTG ASMR 3.0, a bunch more time to grind clips out of context, right? I really like those compilation videos that we're making. I think they're great to share, right? Like for me, growing up, I grew up watching like Germa clips, right? I love Germa, huge inspiration. I've talked about it a lot. I never, you know, for the most part, I wouldn't sit down and watch like a VOD of Germa, right? I would, and that's partly because me as a content creator, I would want to put my effort and time in making my own content. But like, it's like when I'm just chilling with friends and we do, you know, turn on some Germa clips, that's what I really want to emulate, you know, with mine, just with, you know, having something that you could share, and just a bunch of fun streams in general, you know. Also I want to do a bunch of collabs in 2024. That's something that I've been reaching out to a lot of content creators, and I think a lot of people are super busy. I'm still like behind the scenes. I mean, I was hoping to try to get a couple in December, and I think especially at the end of the year, people are super busy. So definitely want to, you know, keep doing that. Like I said, you know, the variety, want to keep that up. We got our series that are doing well and stuff like that. I mean, Peglin and Crab Champions. Peglin definitely, I think, will have its 1.0 this year. Crab Champions, not 100% sure. But beyond all of those awesome games, love constantly checking out new games, including even if they're slightly out of our genre, right? So I really appreciate those of you guys that have, you know, even if, you know, you don't think horror games are for you. If you're like, oh man, I really want some more time to grind content. Okay, fine. I'll go watch this one series that he keeps talking about, like The Upturned or, you know, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. That was a while ago, but, so I want to keep doing that. I appreciate those of you guys that like those weird content. And also, in slight shill, I've been working with, you know, some artists on some more permanent merch, another collection section of permanent merch, right? We have some of the limited stuff, like we had the limited winter stuff and the TCG Halloween, but we're gonna have some permanent Munch, if you remember the Munch sketches or whatever from the subathon, the limited merch, we're getting some more permanent merch, so that's coming. I really love that side of things, and it's something that I want to keep growing as well, because it's a good way to help support the channel, and speaking of that, shout out to anyone beyond. I mean, if you're still watching this video, of me just rambling on for 20 minutes, I mean, I appreciate it very, very greatly. I cannot even, imagine, 10 years ago, young Holden, young Time to Grind, being like, man, yeah, eventually you'll have 30,000 subscribers, and there'll actually be people that care when you upload channel update videos, instead of me releasing a channel update video to my 1,000 subscribers, and most of those weren't even active subscribers anymore. It just means a lot, and especially for those of you guys that are a member on YouTube, or are a subscriber on Twitch, or are a member of our Patreon. I definitely in 2024 want to expand out the rewards on Patreon, because that is hands down one of the best ways to support the channel, just because it's more of a permanent, every month. It's easy. They take the less amount of money and stuff. And so one of the things I want to start teasing on Patreon as we get closer is teasers of the card game that I'm working on. That's another thing that I haven't really talked about in this video, but I've talked about here and there on streams. I have been, not only has this YouTube channel, been around for now almost a decade, I have been working on a card game for over a decade. Now, there might be a year of me not touching, a card game, but I've had a core idea for a card game, and just a more of a board game. Card game makes you think of a collectible card game. Technically a card game, but a board game. And in 2023, I buckled down. Beginning of the year, I created a entire new kind of version of my card game. And over the course of 2023, I would just spend so much. I probably spent about 50 to 75 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's just free time spread throughout the whole year, after, staying up until 4 a.m, even though I streamed for 8 hours that day, actually getting a working prototype, half of it has my own custom art. And so, I have been able to play test it about 30, probably about 15 times, with family, with some of my super gamer friends in Colorado, Garrett and Ryan and Manuel and, everybody. And so I've had a lot of really fun ideas. So this is still something that won't happen for probably about 2 to 3 years, but there is a card game being worked on. It's getting a lot of good progress. And as I start to get closer to, the finish line, I want to start, posting some teasers on the Patreon. And that's just something that, is just, I don't know. It's my dream and goal has always been to be a content creator full time. But now that that dream and that goal is obtainable, it's right in front of me, I'm already starting to think bigger. And this is something I think we've talked about in the last channel update or two, which is crazy, right? That's a year or two. But it's I want to do this card game. Beyond that, I kind of want to try to learn how to be a game dev. I took some game dev classes when I was a kid, but make a simplistic roguelike that, you could go buy on Steam. And maybe in 15 years, I try to pull a Nakey Jakey or a Filthy Frank and, do some music or something. I don't know. I need to learn how to make music first. But it's just I'm constantly thinking and dreaming of ideas and stuff like that. And I am so grateful to all of you guys that are here for the ride, here for the journey, in any capacity, whether you just, you have one series of mine that you really like, or, you're watching a lot of stuff and commenting or being a part of our Discord, which is real awesome. I really appreciate it. It is so surreal, to think of how close we are, and beyond that, even if I can't do this full time, the fact that I can, even on an unannounced stream, just start streaming and there'll probably be about 15 to 20 people, just is mind-boggling to me, right? I mean, there were several years ago I tried the whole streaming thing and I would have 2 viewers. I'd have 3 viewers sometimes, right? And I feel like I've been working really hard, right? I mean, a decade on YouTube here is a very long time. I'm very happy that we're growing our channels, we're growing the audience. Every single one of you guys, there's some people that I have seen commenting on YouTube videos for like 7-8 years. I'm sure I'm gonna miss some, but like Christopher Madison, I don't know, like I want to like go start looking at my what's it called, things just to like see, like I'll just like start shouting out some people like Ganondorf, dude, I know like Grimmer Vaughn, like I know that there's no way I would be able to even like touch the surface of like people that I remember from like really long, like Tippy, Cafu, like Rec, obviously all of the mods like SLX, Root, everybody that helps on the channels and stuff like that, all the mods and stuff, really, really appreciated. But it's like, I don't know. I genuinely, I know, I'm sorry if I know I'm missing a ton of other people and stuff like that, I recognize, but like for real, I do genuinely still try to read like all of the comments and stuff like that. And I don't know, I could keep rambling. And I don't know. I like talking, especially about myself, but I don't know. I feel like I've said everything. I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video, even though it's really, really close. I really, really want to say thank you. I am so excited for 2024 to just jump back into it. Beyond all of the just so fun gaming stuff that I'm excited for, right? All of the new games, like I said, Peglin 1.0 right around the corner, just all the Crab Champions updates. I'm sure we'll discover a couple new games that, blow up on the channel for us, like our couple Arrow videos from 2023. So thank you guys so much. I don't know. Maybe we end up hitting 50K subs by the end of the year. That's the channel milestone that we've been talking about. Once we hit 50K subs, I have talked about it before, but I technically went to film production school, and I may or may not have some short films and some live productions that I would direct or produce, but in most of them I was also acting as well. And so there is some probably very cringy and very old time to grind of my days in film school. And that is the milestone for 50K. So maybe we'll have that by the end of the year. I don't know. That would be pretty sick. That's a pretty cool goal. But I don't know, the thought of, we gained 18K subs. No, we gained 8K subs. So gaining 20K subs is a lot. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen sometime next year. I don't know. But either way, I'm glad to be doing this. I'm so excited for 2024. Thank you guys again. If you're watching this the day it came out, I'll be live that day. Live streams come back on the 8th, which is when the video comes out. So if you're watching it, maybe just saying, but either way, thanks for listening to my dumb face talk for about 30 minutes. You guys are the best, for real. I hope you guys had a great end of the 2023. I hope you guys have a great 2024, because y'all all deserve it, unless you are a puppy murderer, in which case you probably don't deserve it. But have fun. I hope you guys have a good 2024, and I'll see you in the form of videos or streams or something soon.